Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Morning Markets on Monday, the 13th of July. A couple of things that I wanted to share with you today that we've been discussing as an investment team here at True Potential. The first of which was looking at asset markets and how they performed on Friday. From there, we could see a stronger equity market performance, and indeed the strength that we saw on Friday. We saw most of the main US indices close in positive territory for the week. The strength on Friday in the equity markets was primarily attributable to some information that we had on the medical treatments for COVID-19, with Gilead discussing the treatment that they have in terms of the positive impact that that was having on COVID-19 patients. And also we heard from one of those companies that's working on a vaccine, who were discussing where they could be with that vaccine by December of this year. So both of those positive stories around COVID-19 did appear to improve sentiment in the equity markets. In terms of the bond market, we didn't see significant change there, and it continues to trade at relatively low yield levels, with the US 10-year at 63 basis points and the 10-year gilt at around 15 to 16 basis points. Turning to the week ahead, we've got quite an interesting week of information and data releases coming out. We'll get quite a lot of information from the economic side of things, where we'll have retail sales numbers, we'll have industrial production from the US. It'll be interesting to see there if the strength that we saw, or the rebound that we saw in May, is sustained into June. We'll also get second quarter GDP figures from China. Again, that'll be an interesting data point to see how the recovery continues to evolve there. Turning to the UK, we'll have unemployment numbers that will give some indication as how the balance between the furlough scheme and those changes that companies are making is playing into the economic data, so we'll keep an eye out for that. We also have a number of central bank meetings, both the ECB, so the European Central Bank, and the Bank of Japan meeting. No changes expected there. We expect just commentary, I suppose, from those meetings about how they are viewing the ongoing recovery in economic activity, but also how they're assessing the success of the measures that they've already put in place. In the EU, we have the leaders meeting, which I think is an important meeting for this week. Why do I say that? Well, it'll give us an indication of where we are and how they intend to negotiate around the €750 billion recovery fund. That's something that we've touched on in the past and is, I think, very important for Europe. And we already know that both Germany and France have thrown their weight behind it. We need to see what the Frugal Four decide to do, being Sweden, Austria, the Netherlands and Denmark. If they can be persuaded to support the deal, I think that could be very important for Europe. We also are getting into earnings season. And by that I mean it's when companies report either their results for the second quarter or for the first half of the year 2020. Now, we know that there's been a very difficult period for businesses, so I don't think it's actually about what they say about the quarter that's important. I think it's how they talk about what they've been doing within their businesses to deal with the ongoing challenges of COVID-19 and how they're thinking about that for the medium to longer term. So that's something that, as we get that information, I'll report back on and highlight some of the key things that we're hearing from the companies. That's it for today. Please join me again tomorrow. Thank you.